We're looking here at two concepts, the one on the right, concept 1, and one on the left, concept 2. They're concepts for developing the same site, of course. If we move to the concept 1 on the right-hand panel, and if we look at file and file size, its file size is 1.3 megabytes, 1300 kilobytes, whereas the one on the left, which is essentially the same amount of information, slight differences, but if we look at it, its file size is 773. I've been looking at why that might be the case. And if we go to the blocks list in this drawing on the right, and if we start at the top here and work our way through, notice this area here, that block or symbol is being used in the drawing, so we can't clearly delete it. But this one we could, but I won't do that just for the moment. But if we scroll down, what I'm looking for is for that delete button to light up. And if it lights up, as it has now, can you see this is a group of climbers? So this drawing contains all those blocks or all those symbols, most of which are not being used, and there are probably more. If we move our way through, here we are with a heritage set. Again, numerous, what's that, 2, 4, 6 across, 24 or so, quite complex symbols. And I rehearse this and move down and look at that, all the irrigation symbols that are in. These are all parts of GCAD+, but this uses dropping them in and forgetting to clean up the drawing. And leaving the drawings in that state can lead to problems. I'll go to the one on the left, concept 2, and I'll use a tool that you may not have been aware of. We'll go to Tools and Purge Unused Objects. And the one here, we're going to remove 50 blocks. And over here, quite possibly get a few more. Now we've got 70 blocks. So both those drawings have been cleaned up. And if we have a look at file size, it hasn't changed much. And I don't imagine this one has either. And that one has come down to 727. So I'm surprised that the one on the left didn't come down. But if we save and then load them again, that may well tell us a different story. But both are about the same size now and will load quickly, perform well, and are unlikely to lead to problems in the future. So it's a really good habit to get into, to clean up your drawings when you're finished with developing them. Just at the end of the day or halfway through the day, just run that tool to clean up unused blocks. Well, I've saved and reloaded the drawings, and this one on the left comes down to 433, so it's substantially lowered, whereas this one was still the 700 odd. So we've got both, and I guess this one has a few more entities in it, and it's certainly got a lot of information from the title block area. So I'm happy that's worked nicely. If we now look in layout space and zoom extents, that's interesting. If I see something down here, and that's a rotated dimension, which shouldn't be out in, certainly should never been in layout space. So we'll delete it and then zoom extents, maybe regen. Now zoom extents, that's behaving nicely, as hopefully as this one. Oh, it's been done twice in the same way. Delete that one and zoom extents. I've quite forgot to hit regen. That looks back into the database and refreshes everything. And now zoom extents gives me the result that I'm after. So we're finding little glitches all through these two drawings, but it just needs to pay attention to cleaning things up and putting entities in the correct location, be that model or layout space.